Today's presentation, I will be talking about my role model for a leader. My name is Jake Ernst, and today's date is December 8th, 2024. As you can see in the picture to the right, a little sneak peek of who my role model is for a leader. But we'll get right into it with the slides. So just a starter on what leadership is. The actual definition taken from the dictionary is the action of leading a group of people or an organization. Leadership is a required skill, and there's multiple ways of using it in your organization. It's a very tactile concept, and it requires strategy and thought. Just because you have a title on your name that insinuates leader, it doesn't mean you can just go about not acting as one. They say it's a very people skills oriented position. What comes with people skills is having great communication and understanding, and as we talk in class, empathy. A good quote that I used this summer when I was working on my internship was planning the work and working the plan. So like I said earlier, Dan Campbell was my pick for my role model of a leader. I think that he's a great addition to the Detroit Lions football organization. As a person and as a coach, he has experience on the field and off the field with previous coaching jobs. Just some things that he does that you can see in media interviews, locker room speeches, and even on the field while the team is playing. A big one is just appreciating his players and the staff. That could be the offensive coach or defensive coach. But you can really see how much he really respects and appreciates these guys. He's always talking them up and shouting them out, talking about, the good things along with the bad things on his own part and on the players' part. Motivating the team as well, always, regardless if they're down or maybe they just lost a game. It always seems like he's thinking one step ahead and how to get the team back to full capacity and focus on the bigger picture here. Like I said, pep talks, post-game meetings, film analysis, and he does a game ball at the end of every game in their locker room videos. You can find them on YouTube or on ESPN. I've seen them, NFL. But I'm sure every team gives out a game ball, but, whenever you see Dan Campbell actually talking about their stats and what he saw that they did great for a game, even if he has to, add in some of their negative plays that they might have done, he still makes the game balls feel very special to the team and to everyone who gets one. So going off of the last slide, we'll focus on why Dan Campbell specifically. To me, he seems like a powerful speaker in the way that he talks. You can just hear it in his voice. He's sincere about what that team means to him. His on and off the field presence is very known and can be seen from any point of a game or even in the off season during training camp. Also including fans and acknowledging them, I find is big on why he's very likable and why a lot of people, not football related, like fans, can't see that Dan Campbell is a great leader for the Lions organization. Like I said, he also has experience on and off the field. Excuse me. He played for them in 2006 all the way through 2008. He was on the notorious team that went 0-16, and he talks about that a lot in his media presence, and what it means to be on a winning team now, and how great it feels to be with the guys again. In total, he went 10-38 as a Detroit Lion, and obviously he came back as on the coaching staff, and previously he was coaching down in Miami with the Dolphins. So to relate this all with concepts that we learned from self-leadership whether it be the PowerPoints or the videos that we watched every week. A big one for me was time management. I will say, if you watch a NFL game with the Lions, sometimes they run down to the clock where they bring out the kicker, and time management's a big one on the field, but also off the field. How much he spends in practice, with guys being worn down and injuries happening. He knows how to strategically do his practices and not wear his guys down any more than they need to be. Understanding personalities and applying them in the team. Obviously he's going to have a say in who comes on that team and who plays for him, but just picking role players, people who are going to do their part and contribute positively to the team, and think about the bigger picture of the team and winning the season. Another concept, diversity of the team. We talk a lot about diversity in the workplace, and Dan Campbell, he's not shy of, acknowledging that they do have a very diverse team. They're in a very diverse location, being Detroit, and he understands, hardships and mentalities that come with that. And lastly, a big one, teamwork. We talk about, team settings and working in teams and assigning roles and being the leader of a team. And Dan Campbell knows he knows and understands this concept because they're currently on a 12-1 season right now. So now, just to wrap it up, for my concluding slide, we talked a lot about leadership and how big a part it is of any organization or successful company. And the basic root of it is leadership is success. If you want success, you're going to have great leaders helping you get to that point of success that you find acceptable. Dan Campbell, obviously, he wanted to come back and win as a Lion, after suffering an 0-16 season. I'm sure, coming back and having 2 back-to-back great seasons so far, I'm sure he's happy with that, and he's obviously going to want more success, but it's a great narrative to picture. He also gained the experience to benefit the team by, he continued his NFL career playing after the Lions for another year, and then went on to become a coach, helped down in Miami, like I said, and then made his way back up to Detroit, and so far it seems like that's his home and that's what he loves to do, which also ties into the next point of never giving up on the team. Having an all-defeated season, if you will, I'm sure brings down morale and might have a negative connotation to some people, but it seems to Dan Campbell to be a motivator to dominate in the league, which they're doing now, going 12-1 so far and having a big game coming up. That is all I have. Thank you so much.